Hi everyone, so I've just finished filming a video and I thought I'd do an intro to what I plan to be kind of like a vlog style, what it's like to do a confinement. I'm just over a week before I need to go in for my C-section. This is probably one of the last times you'll see my face like this, because let's face it, I probably won't be doing much makeup during that 1 month. Now, what is confinement? Confinement, it's basically like home arrest. You don't leave the house for 1 month, and that is for the purpose of recovering, taking care of yourself. Different cultures I know have different rules and different lengths of time that they do the confinement, but in my culture it's for basically 4 weeks. So I did that in my last pregnancy and I'm going to be doing it again. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I really did see so many benefits to doing it like I did the first time. I really had quite a difficult birth and it just gave me back so much energy. I'm gonna do it again and I'll bring you along for the journey in case you're interested. And I also I don't really see many people talk about it. And I think in Australia, not that many people do it for a number of reasons. A lot of people don't have the resources to actually do a confinement. Like they don't know how to actually go about doing it. As an ABC, I consider myself an Australian born Chinese, someone that has grown up here pretty much their whole life. You know, I don't necessarily know what herbs to buy. My parents obviously have a big influence in helping me to do this confinement. My grandma does all the cooking. I feel like because of that, I'm able to do this, but I know a lot of people don't have that support and you know, that's why a lot of people don't do it. But in Malaysia, pretty much everyone does a confinement. You have a confinement lady that stays with you, that cooks for you, that takes care of your baby for that whole entire month. So hopefully you find this interesting. Otherwise, feel free to just click out and check out my other content. But yeah, I know this is a little bit different from what I usually do, but I thought this one might be interesting to kind of share with you the experience. And yeah. So this is my first update and it's been a bit later than I had anticipated. It's about 2.5 weeks since I gave birth to Maxwell, and the reason is because I'm a little bit crook, which is not ideal during confinement. You do not want to get sick, but unfortunately this is what happens when your son goes to childcare and brings back all sorts of diseases. I feel like what is a 100-day cough, and I'm not feeling great. I thought I'd give you an update because I just had my urut massage. Not everyone practices it in confinement, but I do find it really, really beneficial and helpful. And basically what urut is, it's like a binding massage. I've just gotten someone to come and she did a massage on my body and on my stomach, and she's binded my stomach basically just to help get my support. My core is really weak right now, so this is what it looks like. It's just like this. She's kind of like bound it up. She's put some herbs underneath it. So underneath this cloth binder, there's herbs. I think it's like ginger. I've got the tubes actually. Let me just get that. She's given me 2 herbs. This is ones that she's made herself at home, I think. And I think is it ginger? So like ginger. And as well as this one, which is called Lotion Mutajab. It's like capsicum lotion. And she just puts it underneath this cloth binder. You bind it up, and then on top of that, there's an additional wrap, which I used for my first birth. So I found it really beneficial. It just holds in your stomach together and it helps it get back into shape, especially with C-sections. You do have to be careful that you don't put it over the stitches. So this is over the stitch. The stitch is pretty low, so that's what it looks like. It's like a corset. It does feel like it's giving me some support, which I think is really good. So I always look forward to urut because it's just a kind of relaxing time where I can just lie down get a massage, and then do the binding. So besides that, I mean, confinement's going fine. I'm kind of getting sick of the food. I do like confinement food. It's not as bad as what I thought the first time around. Like the first time around, I thought I actually really enjoyed the food, and I thought it was going to be not as tasty as it was, but the food's pretty good. But after a while, you kind of get sick of it, because after a while, it kind of is the same kind of thing. I have taken photos of the food that I've been eating, so I'll put some photos on here in case you're interested. Mostly it's rice. It's a soup that's pre-prepared. You just have to heat it up, and then it's a side dish, so a protein of some sort. Anyway, my throat is dying, so I'm gonna have to leave it at that. I will try and do more updates as I have updates to give. So these are all the different soups, and they've labeled it for which day, which is super helpful. Every day is something different. Delighted soup, enriched soup. You've got black bean confinement soup or something. Barley and black bean soup, my bad. Red yeast and lungan soup. Almond and woodier soup. So different soups for every day, and there's one for 30 days. Hello, Max. This is a really great bath support. I highly recommend that if you are bathing a kid solo and you're just kind of wanting to be hands-free. It's a lot easier to use this, and also I use it when I'm taking a bath, because I'm going to prepare a bath now. I'm going to show you how I take a bath, because that seems to be something that people have been wondering about. So basically, I've got this is a herbal bath. These are the herbs you put into the bath to kind of purify it, and I'm using this brand. These are the instructions. So you just basically put it in hot water, leave it for 5 minutes, and then you can use it. It does have a very strong herbal scent to it. So it smells like, it kind of smells a bit savory. So yeah, basically we're gonna put this in. We'll turn the water on. And then you'll see it go brown. Okay, so now that the bath is filled, this is what it looks like. Kind of has a brown, yellowy tinge to it and kind of looks a bit gross, but it's all good. I have been cleaning myself fine with it. I haven't got any infections or anything. So for those people that think I'm gross or disgusting, don't worry. My hygiene is perfectly fine, even though it does seem a little bit strange. But this is a cultural practice. This is what people do if they do decide that they want to clean themselves and not just use wet wipes, because I've just been using wet wipes in conjunction with these baths, and I do find them really good. So this is a nice hot bath. I'm gonna get in, gonna put my shower cap on. Hi everyone, so I've just come out of a bath, and I thought I'd kind of show you how I do my binding. Now this is probably not the most flattering angle, but we're just gonna work with it, because this vlog isn't about flattery, it's about the reality of confinement. And we're gonna attempt to do the binding. I've never done this before. She showed me how. It looks complicated, but she was like, no, it's fine, it's not too hard. So we'll see. I may need to get my mom's help, otherwise, yeah, we'll attempt. So first thing I need to do is I need to put these two on my stomach. So one is the capsicum cream and the other is the herbs. I think I need to go and get water to activate this. So I'm gonna just run to the bathroom and grab some water. So it's kind of a bit like a paste now. looks like, let's be honest, it doesn't look pleasant. Definitely looks like dirt. I'm going to use this cream. And it does have a cooling feeling. This is pink. It's interesting. Yeah, it definitely has like a cooling sensation. It's weird. My stomach feels very like, it feels like so soft. Not that I have like hardcore abs before, but you know, it feels very strange after you give birth. Like your stomach just doesn't feel like it should. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna do the binding. Okay, so this is what the wrap looks like. And she said I've got to start kind of put it in like this. So I've got it in here. Then I need to fold this up so that this doesn't dig into my stitches. My stitches are pretty low, they're right here, but fold it up a bit. Then we're going to start with one. So, and alternating hoops. Because the string is quite long, I think I need to wrap it around my body. That's what she did. So I'm going to wrap this around. Hold this and do the other side. Okay, this is kind of hard to do by yourself. I just kind of saw her tucking these into random places. So I'm just gonna do that just to shorten the string. Oh, the string seems really long compared to what I had the other day. But I think I'm just gonna leave it as that. The next thing I need to do is I need to add the cloth, the Velcro binder, so I'm gonna get that now. So this is what the Velcro binder looks like. We just put that over the top to give it extra support. This is usually what I do, and it's not like I've got really anywhere to go, so I know I look really weird, and it's definitely looking a bit strange on my stomach over clothes, but I definitely feel a lot more supported with the cloth binder and the Velcro binder on top, and my stomach feels actually really good. So yeah, that's the process. I don't think I did the best job, but hopefully I'll improve with time. But basically I was asking her, the lady, how long she does it for, because I think last time I probably just did the binder for confinement, and then after the month was over I just was lazy with using it. But she did say that she kept continuing to use it for 2 to 3 months. So I don't know, realistically I might just do this at night after confinement, because I probably don't want to walk around with this on. Hi, so I thought I'd do a update on my confinement while I put some makeup on and just sit down and actually just put a face on. It's been a while. Like, I have started playing with makeup again, and it's actually given me a lot of joy. Just feeling like I'm back into routine. I've got about a week left of my confinement, and I feel like I'm definitely ready to kind of get out into the world. I'm starting to get to the point where, not that I'm feeling stir crazy, because to be honest, I am a homebody. I actually really enjoy just staying at home. I can do that. I could probably do like a house arrest for a year and be fine, which is a little sad. And the other day I actually posted an Instagram stories about my hair. I know a lot of people have asked me, how do I not wash my hair during the whole time? Now I thought I addressed this quickly. I've been training my hair for a while. I used to be one of those people that would literally wash their hair every single day, and my hair was just so used to it. If I didn't wash my hair every day, my hair would eventually get really oily, and it's one of those things where your hair kind of responds to how it's used to being treated, I guess. And because I was washing it every day, that's what it was used to. So it was producing a lot of oils, and eventually I kind of pushed it out, especially as I started dyeing my hair and all that. I started training my hair to kind of get used to not washing it so frequently. So up until confinement, I have actually been training my hair so that I can actually last the whole 30 days. And I have not washed my hair for about, I think this is day 23. And it's not feeling too bad. So in that story, I said things that work for me is I brush my hair very thoroughly every single day. And I also do a scalp massage, which I'm not going to do right now because I don't want to get my hands gunky since I'm playing with makeup. But I just give my hair a really good massage and bring the oils all the way down to my hair so that it doesn't look so bad. But I think it doesn't look too bad. The longest I've gone without washing my hair is about 3 weeks. And that was because I was going into hospital that day to have my C-section. So I took my shower and brushed my hair so that I could enjoy it for the last time in the next 30 days. Just using up a couple of products for my project pan. This is actually from a clean beauty brand called Well People. I've actually lately been getting into kind of clean beauty recently, just because there's more options on the market now. And having one kid, I can find myself having some time in the day to do my makeup, but I think with 2, I'm going to be even more stretched for time. So sometimes a minimal makeup look is what I need, or that I can do, and then just get out the door. So the annoying thing about this confinement this time around is that this time I've actually gotten sick from Joy because he's gotten sick at childcare, which is a bit unfortunate. And because of that, Max is actually a little bit sick too. The poor kid, he's only been alive for 3 weeks and he's already down with a cold. Besides the cough, he's pretty healthy. He's not having trouble breathing or anything like that. It's just really hard to kind of see him suffer, but hopefully he'll recover soon. And since starting Urut, which is the massage and the binding, that's given me some energy back in a way. Like just having that hour and a half, it's so nice. It's so nice. I really look forward to it. So I've got 5 sessions like I did last time. Honestly, I'd like to have more. I think 5 sessions isn't really enough, but I'll take what I can get. And my best friend Nicole, she was kind enough to send me, like I was not expecting at all, she sent me a voucher to a spa, which is really nice. So I'm gonna treat myself when I get some time. Max is sleeping right now, so that's why I have some time to do this. In terms of what I keep myself busy during confinement, I used to think the first time around when I had maternity leave, there'd be so many things I could do. Honestly, a lot of it is spent breastfeeding and doing nappy changes and washing nappies, because this time I'm doing cloth nappies. A lot of washing, a lot of breastfeeding, a lot of Netflix. The food I'm kind of getting sick of. I'm kind of getting sick of the soups. I'm looking forward to actually eating vegetables, because during confinement we don't really eat a lot of vegetables. I don't know how to explain this. Chinese have a belief that certain vegetables have cooling factor and other vegetables have a heaty factor. So when you're doing confinement, you tend to stay away from cooling foods and you want to eat a lot of heaty foods to kind of flush out all the toxins in your body. So lots of ginger, that's kind of the reason why we eat lots of ginger. I feel like I would have a lot less energy had I not kind of been following this diet. Lost a lot of weight as well. I do think that has a lot to do with the confinement. Look, my body is not how it was, and I don't think it'll ever get there. You know, the body's never the same post-pregnancy as to what it was pre-pregnancy, but in terms of, you know, flushing out the toxins and really minimizing your diet to foods that your body really needs, I think has helped with the water retention. So that's, I think a lot of the weight is the water and the fluids and all that. And then the last, you know, 5 kilos is that stubborn fat that kind of your body has additional fat cells after pregnancy. I am realistic. I know it's going to take time to lose that and get back into shape, especially with the wound. I did have a C-section, so there is still some soreness, and that's a really hard thing, is that I can't actually, you know, lift anything too heavy. including my other son, Joey. And that's been really hard because he's often wanted me to carry him. He sees me carrying Max and he kind of wonders why, you know, why can't mum carry me? But in terms of recovery versus the first time around where I had natural birth, so much better. Like the fact that I can actually go to the toilet without any pain, that is something to be thankful for. So I'm very, very glad that this time I made the decision to do a C-section, because big babies, I would say most Asians I know like have babies under 3 kilos. I myself was not a big baby, but Tom was. My gynae actually said it was a really good call that I decided to do a C-section because Max was a 4 kilo baby and he was 39 weeks. Had he been 40 weeks full term, I think he would have been quite a big baby for me to push out. And I don't think I ever talked about my labor story, but I did have a episiotomy because Joey was so big. I had really bad tearing. His shoulder got stuck. It was extremely traumatic. So I think this time around, I'm actually glad that we went with the C-section. And because I feel like a lot of people do kind of try and convince you and say, oh, the second baby is so much easier, you know, than the first. I mean, they push themselves out, But you got to listen to your gut. You got to do what's right for you. And even though I think in Australia everyone pushes for a natural birth, you got to do, like I said, what's right for you. And I'm so glad. No regrets at all. I was super nervous, but no regrets at all going the C-section route. I definitely have kind of that pouch. I don't think I had that the first with natural birth. I think it kind of goes down, but maybe because of I'm not sure. This is just observations about my body. And like I said, you know, it's early days. I don't expect my body to go back to how it is. I know lots of people like post on Instagram stories their amazing bodies and everything, but you have to be realistic and not pressure yourself. Well, that's what I'm telling myself. Don't pressure myself to kind of look like a supermodel, because I mean, I didn't have a supermodel body to begin with in the first place. So now that I've got Max and he's safe and sound, I'm just happy that he came out healthy. I mean, that's the most you can ask for, I think, when it comes to birth. I think it's in a way good to do a confinement during winter. It is spring now, so now it's September. Had Joey during winter. It's been really quite cold in Melbourne. We've had days where it has been over 20. I think it helps, you know, looking outside and it's grey and miserable. It doesn't kind of make you feel like you're missing out on anything that's happening outside because it looks miserable already out there. I do think it's, like I said, very beneficial that I've been doing this. And I would encourage anyone that, you know, wants to do a confinement to look into doing it, because it really has been good for my recovery despite me being sick. I don't know if there's anything more to say, really. Probably should have done a Q&A. Maybe if you have questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below if you have questions, because I'm probably not covering everything. Look, if you're one of those people that wants to do a confinement, but you don't want to be so strict and you can't like not wash your hair for 30 days, I still think you should just try. And if you need to wash your hair, just do it. I mean, I think every little bit helps, and how strict you want to be and how much you want to do is really up to you. I mean, the first time around, I did actually wash my hair after 2 weeks because I couldn't handle it. And you know, if you don't have someone to help you cook the meals, there are actually a lot of services now in Melbourne that actually do like a food delivery service, like at Uber Eats for confinement meals, which is amazing. Look, it's not cheap. Like, I've looked into that because I've seen some people that I know do it, and it's not cheap. It's kind of like, I mean, like light and easy is not cheap either, isn't it? I don't know, but it is only for 30 days. So I mean, if you really want to do it and you're not going to get, because I know some people that you know, bring someone in from Malaysia, wherever they're from, Singapore, to do the confinement meals and everything for them. Like my colleague did that. I'm very fortunate that my parents live next door and my grandma's here looking after all the meals. And while I'm getting Urut, they're looking after Max. Like I said, just do what you can. And yeah, for those that don't have the help, there are options nowadays to do that. What I've done myself is I've kind of got a hybrid where we actually have kind of pre-made stocks. So we use a brand called Taste for Life, and I believe they're a Taiwanese brand, and they pre-package all the teas. So I've been drinking red date tea and another tea, I can't remember the name, as well as glutinous rice water. having a dyslexic moment there. They prepackage all the stocks as well, and they do day 1, they do day 3, day 4, day 5, up to day 30, which is fantastic. And each meal you have a different stock, and then it's up to you to cook the rice, to cook the protein. So it's kind of a hybrid where, you know, some of the guesswork is taken out for you, but you still do need to cook. So if you have help like me, I think that's a fantastic option, especially because not everyone knows what herbs you need to buy and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, back in Malaysia, we'd have dedicated people that know this kind of stuff. There's confinement ladies that make it their whole career to do that. So unless you know, you won't necessarily know what to buy. I think it's a really good option, and like I said, there are lots of other brands that do it, but that's what I used the first time and I really enjoyed it. I actually did a trial before we went ahead with Taste for Life. We went to do a trial meal to see what it tastes like, to see if, you know, something that I could handle, because what I expected confinement food to taste like, I just expected it to be like horrible. It was actually not that bad. It's just like broth, really. I thought I'd use the Naked palette. I've been thinking about trying this palette out. Because it's been like years. I cannot literally remember the last time I used this palette. What else have I done to pass a lot of my time? I've been doing a ridiculous amount of online shopping, and my husband thinks it's hilarious because I've gotten, like I said, I've gotten really obsessed and into cloth nappies, and I keep buying them because I've been trialing different brands. I watched this documentary on ABC about the waste in Australia, and it just blew my mind. I'll definitely put my hand up and say I never really cared of my impact, but that has just kind of made me want to change the way I myself consume products and how my household consume products. So I've kind of gone down the route of trying out cloth nappies, which is funny because the first time around when I did this, my mum actually bought me some cloth nappies, and I think because one of my friends was saying that her mum, when she said to her mum that one of her friends found out she's pregnant, her mum was like, oh, why don't you go get her some cloth nappies or something? Because that's all that their generation knew, that disposable nappies wasn't a thing. So I've discovered this brand, Eco Naps, and they've got, like, they're so good. They don't leak, they've got really cute patterns, and they're just really good quality. So I keep buying them because I buy like 6 and then I realize 6 isn't enough, and I buy another 6, and I kind of want to collect all the patterns that there are. So they're definitely somewhat of an investment, but I think in terms of if you do kind of want to make that change, I think it's a great thing. And lately I have been, this is so much of a tangent, but lately I have been thinking about, you know, the waste that we create, not just in our household, but like in the beauty community. It's a lot. It's a lot of waste. A lot of single-use items like cotton pads, tissues, if I'm thinking about Pro-Kit, mascara wands, Q-tips, things like that. And I don't like that. I mean, yes, cotton is biodegradable, but a lot of the stuff isn't. It's made of plastic, and Australia does not recycle well. Like, maybe if we lived in a country where, you know, we were proficient at recycling, maybe I would have a different perspective, but we are not good at that. So I've been buying cloth nappies, I've been buying some new makeup. Like, there's not much to do in the day, and I don't know, it's not necessarily the best, but I have been shopping. Online retail therapy. I think the first couple of days when I came back from hospital, I was literally just slumming it around the house in pajamas. Literally was not even bothering to even change out of my pajamas. And I think just doing that has a psychological effect where you feel like you're ready for the day. Even though you're not going out, you still feel like you're ready for what's to come. And I think that's good. I definitely need to have that because it's very easy just to go about your day in your pajamas, and it kind of makes you feel depressed. And there are definitely days where I wake up feeling a little bit down. And I think that's because of the hormone changes. Like, your body's gone through so much. I feel a little bit, I can't say depressed because it's not that serious, but I definitely do feel a little bit sad. And I can't necessarily say why that is. I just feel sad. And I think, yeah, like I said, getting back into routine, you know, getting up, taking your bath, taking your herbal bath, getting changed, putting on your makeup, it feels good. And I do think that if you are going to do a confinement, getting back into routine is very beneficial. Keeps you sane. It definitely does. I definitely feel like this palette's quality has probably gone downhill. Like some of these shades we're definitely not really applying that well. I mean, it's workable. I feel like this looks fine right now, but definitely been a little bit harder than I remember to work with. I mean, because this palette I think I got back in 2011, so it's really old. Use at your own discretion is what I'd say. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that looks fine. It's not like an amazing look, but it's a naked palette look. I feel like I've gone on so many tangents during this Get Ready With Me, and that's kind of why I don't do them that often, because it ends up being like a flow of consciousness, like monologue that I'm not sure necessarily people are that interested in listening to. Let me know if you're one of those people that do enjoy listening to them. I also got this Miss Fame Flesh of Flesh lipstick. Maybe this will work a bit better because it's more like a naked type of lip. I like this nude. It's kind of like a caramelly nude. The packaging of this, it looks like a tampon. I'll just put it out there. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it's good quality. It's got a nice closure to it, as you can hear. But it reminds me of a tampon. Yeah, I don't necessarily like the design of it, but anyway. Those are my thoughts on my confinement. Hopefully it was useful. Like I said, if you've got any questions, please leave them down below, because I don't think I necessarily did the most comprehensive confinement vlog there is. But yeah, I was gonna end the vlog there, but I thought, you know what? I should probably give you some tips on if you're going to do a confinement, how to get through it and still have your sanity. Because I think, a lot of people are a little bit skeptical about it, and they think, oh, I can't stick to all the rules, I'm just not going to be bothered doing it. And my advice to you would be to do what you can. I know it's already stressful and challenging enough being a new mum, having a newborn, that, don't pressure yourself to do everything, that they say you need to do during confinement. If you need to take a shower, take a shower. If you need to take wash your hair, wash your hair. Every little bit counts, and you just need to do what you can and tailor it to how it works with your lifestyle. Because I still think there are lots of benefits to doing confinement, but if you're not going to be, if you can't be super strict, if you can't follow all the rules, then don't pressure yourself to do it. Another thing that I found has really kept myself sane during my confinement is to simple things like getting changed out of pajamas, putting a face of makeup on when I have time, even if it's something simple like today. Like, it's really super simple. I've used this Linda Holberg lipsticks on the cheeks, the lips, and the eyes. Just taking time to rest. I think that's what has kept myself sane, is just allowing myself some grace to just do what I can and feel somewhat normal, even if I'm not going out during the day. Just getting ready as if it was a normal day that you're gonna go out, except you're not. I also do find it very helpful to have light coming into the house, like getting your blinds up, and just taking the time to look outside. I am lucky because I have a really nice view of the city, so I somewhat feel like I'm still part of the world outside, even though I've not ventured outside. But yeah, those are kind of my small tips. I'm gonna add anything else on the screen or something in the comments below if I think of anything else. Those are my tips on how to do a confinement successfully. Oh, and if you have another child, don't send them to childcare, because you'll probably regret it. You'll end up sick, the whole family will end up sick. So if you can, that's what I would do differently this time around. Oh, and urut. If you can get someone to come to your house and do like a massage, that's really, really, really nice. Just some downtime, just time for yourself to relax and be calm and just let go of any tiredness and stress you may have. But yeah, those are my tips. Hopefully you found this confinement vlog somewhat useful or interesting. If you have questions, like I said, leave it in the comments below. Let me know if you've done a confinement yourself. I'd be super interested to know how many of my viewers have done something like this as well. I know a lot of you, I've been posting things randomly on Instagram, and a lot of you have kind of reached out and been like, yeah, I don't know how you didn't wash your hair for almost 20+ days, which I have not washed my hair. I think this is day 26. Amazing. I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna go. If you're doing confinement, all the best. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.